Hey guys, it is Christine from Forest Meadow Farm here with an update about our Starlink internet connection. And in the last video, I just did kind of a setup and a really quick test of the Starlink connection compared to our old provider, which was Viasat, Exede, for those who are asking about it. Anyway, with this update, we've had about 2 weeks to kind of test out the connection, and we've realized that the tree obstruction is a serious thing. Like, it's real. It is not great. If you have anything in the area where it doesn't want you to be obstructed, it will disconnect pretty frequently if you do not have a clear view of the sky, especially when they don't have enough satellites out right now to kind of cover your area. And so we are noticing a lot of disconnects if we're just using the internet in general, just browsing or even searching for things. But oddly enough, you can see that I have Netflix running in the background, and I think that when it is connected, it buffers enough that it's able to continue playing until it's able to reconnect, which is really nice. So we haven't had any issues with streaming videos or anything like that, but anything else that we need it for, it does connect or disconnect pretty frequently and reconnects, I'd say, within a minute or two. But still, it's kind of annoying that it's not really that stable because of the amount of trees that we have. So if you live in an area with lots of trees, Starlink may not be the best for you. We did order the roof mount. It still has not shipped yet, so we don't know if that's gonna help with the obstructions or not. We're hoping it does, but once that comes in, I will post another video update. So let's do a really quick comparison for Exede versus Starlink speeds. And Exede is our current provider. We usually hit our 60 gigabyte data cap within the first 2 to 3 days of our new billing cycle. So now that we're 2 weeks in, we're obviously over the data cap, and this is pretty much what we get for the rest of the month. So ping is super high, just like last time. And then the download speeds are not super great. It's about 2 megabits per second, and this is actually not bad because we're not really at peak yet. Usually peaks, peak hours for us are around 7 o'clock, and that's when it usually goes down to 1 or less than 1 megabit per second. And then the upload speed is also not great, although again, this is better than what we usually get, which is 0.5 once we hit peak hours. So I will go ahead and take a screenshot of that so we can do a comparison later. And then we will take a look at what the Starlink speeds are. And it does not take me a half hour to connect to Starlink, but I do have a toddler and can really only shoot whenever I can, basically. So anyway, we are already at about 55 megabits per second for the download speed, super low ping. And then as far as upload speed goes, already about 20 megabits per second for that. So already huge difference between Exede and Starlink. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to have an unobstructed view of the sky wherever you mount your satellite dish, because that will make a huge difference in maintaining this kind of stable connection. So there's a screenshot, and I will go ahead and show you the comparison. And bam, here you go. Huge difference, am I right? And yes, those are really, really great speeds as long as it can stay connected. So here's an example. Just went offline, it had a good connection, and then it's now offline, no connection. And over a 24-hour period, we usually have about 5 hours of obstructions a day, and bam, look, it's back online, poor connection, online, good connection. So it connects back really, really quickly, but this happens all day long because of the amount of trees that we have surrounding our home, basically. And when we go to the statistics page, you can see the area in red are all the times that it's obstructed. So within the last 12 hours, there have been 2 hours of obstructions and then about an hour of beta downtime. So aside from that, I wanted to answer a few questions that people have had about Starlink that have been asked a lot in the comments. And one of those is there a data cap right now? And there is not currently a data cap during the beta testing, but they haven't really announced whether or not they are going to add one later on. So there is the potential for a data cap in the future, but we don't know yet. Another question I got asked frequently that I answered in the last video is, how much does Starlink cost? For us at least, the equipment and the shipping and fees and whatever cost about $590 total. And then on top of that, it's $99 a month. And we have not gotten charged for the $99 a month yet. I know some people have been charged $99 before getting their satellite dish from Starlink, but I think that's like kind of like a placeholder that will get applied toward your, I don't know, your bill or towards the cost of the equipment, but we haven't had to pay the $99 yet. So we're thinking it will probably show up on our first bill. So where is Starlink available? It is available in limited parts of Canada, the US, and the UK, and typically it's mostly between 45 and 53 degrees latitude. And even then, I don't think it's everywhere between there. It'll just depend on how many satellites are in the area and basically where you are in the area, because I know we live in an area where it is currently available for us, but not for some people who live just a few miles down the road. So I'm sure that will get better because they are launching more satellites come summer. So hopefully there will be way more areas where Starlink is available in the coming months. And I think the most important question right now, at least for us, is what are we going to do if the roof mount doesn't work? So right now, again, like I've said, we are getting a lot of disconnect because of the obstruction from the trees, and we're really, really hoping the roof mount works. If it doesn't, we don't want to cut down the trees around our house, because that's kind of why we moved out here in the first place, because we love living out in nature and having the trees surrounding us. And so maybe we'll talk about getting a pole or a tower or something to put the dish on, but we'll just see. We'll wait to get the satellite first, or the roof mount for the satellite dish, and then go from there. So in summary, our connection is good when we are connected, but we are getting disconnected quite frequently due to the obstructions. So we are hoping that the roof mount will help, and I will post another update after we install the roof mount. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.